Check it out. There are no excuses, stupid. Look how we reached 2023. Motherfuckers ain't listening to reality news, especially when it's just coming out of me. They sick and tired of me teaching, getting the truth upside of their head. You didn't believe me if I told you, and the news is cornered by the fed. Slowly creeping on a corner, shooting, rolling, stealing my family position away from you motherfuckers that are leaving. All that weak motherfuckers say, you probably just trouble to go away. And I'm private and the general, always winning up the tracks, so you know it's get critical. So it's the rest of my friend and my weapon, open in my life and my family. I'll see you in heaven. Edmund the General, also known as the Rant, coming at you guys again with another video. Another rant. I'm ranting. I'm ranting. I got a problem with Amazon, okay? I got a problem with y'all customer service. Alright, so check it. This started from July the 5th. What is it today? Today is the 23rd. Come on. 23rd. Today is July the 23rd, right? Now, since the 5th of July, I placed an order for some pans. Regular cooking pans, alright? So, place my order, sign up for the fast shipping so that I can get it the next day. It's supposed to come the following day. No, that's a lie. It's supposed to come the same day, but around 4 o'clock, between 4 to 8 or sometime like that, sometime in the morning, like super early in the morning. I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. I don't usually get that many things on Amazon because that's not my place of it's not my go-to place for shopping for anything. I find, in my opinion, that the items that they have on Amazon are more expensive than the items that I would see normally on AliExpress. The only difference is okay, timing, right? If you're gonna get anything from AliExpress, expect that to arrive within like a week or two, or a couple months, maybe, like months. But you're gonna get it for a cheaper price. So the sacrifice is time. So my thought is, because the thing is, I see the exact same items on AliExpress on Amazon, and obviously on Amazon they're anteing up the price. So people are more into, I need it, I want to get it, and I need it now. So people don't have that much patience. Me, I got patience. I'll wait. Fuck it, I'll wait. But only if I know for a fact that the items that I'm going to be getting will take so long. If I'm paying for a particular service, which is fast, immediate service, which is same day, you know, like if you're gonna get anything through through Uber, I'm supposed to get it within like a half an hour, probably like an hour tops. And even that's too much, an hour tops. But it happens depending on the location, right? Of where you're buying your food or your items from through Uber Eats. So, July 5th, I placed an order through Amazon. I'm supposed to get it the same day, between 4 to 8 a.m. in the morning. Very impressive timing. I was like, oh shit, I'll be in time to get shit done. Cool. Goes through. So I noticed that whenever I place an order through Amazon, the transaction does not immediately go through the account. It takes, could be like a half an hour, could be 15 minutes, could even be an hour until they finally charge the account. Cool. So I'm waiting. Finally came through. See the confirmation, notification pops up, transaction was successful. Cool. Sit back and I'm chilling. I'm going back doing my thing, going about work, not really caring about much, not even thinking about it. I just know for a fact that within that time frame, something should be happening. Something should be pulling up at my door. 6 o'clock comes, nothing. 7 a.m. comes, nothing. What the fuck is going on here? So I ended up contacting Amazon via chat. Speak to a person named, let me see if I can find this person's name. Let me see if I can find this person's name. I want you guys to keep in mind. I spoke to 10 people. 10 people in a time frame of 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days I spoke to 10 people. First person, Yedhud Krishnan. Right? What's to this person? They're from the leadership team. I'll be more happy to help. Please give me a moment to review your previous correspondence. Thanks for waiting. Spelling it wrong off the bat. All of a sudden, this clown dips out. He dips out. Or he or she, whoever the person is. Then I get another person. Vishnu Prasida. Hello, good afternoon. This is Vishnu Prasita. Hope you're having a great day. How can I help you today? Please note that for your security and privacy, blah, blah, blah. So they're asking me all, then I see it. All right, so that's 2 people so far. The first person, I never got to officially talk. The second person, they start talking to me. I explained to them, hey, I'm supposed to be getting some kind of, supposed to be getting my items. It's past the time. What's going on? Oh, we're so sorry. You know, I see here that, yes, on file it shows that it's supposed to arrive. We're gonna expedite that for you. Cool. You'll be getting that later on today. Don't worry about it. We have it all cleared. All right, cool. Conversation's done. Keep in mind, they said it's supposed to arrive after 6 p.m. Let's just call it after 6 p.m. So, time goes by. I don't see nothing. No knock, no nothing. That was crazy to me. I was starting to panic because I really needed these pans. Like, I really needed these pans. It's an emergency. So I'm thinking to myself, hey, you know what? These guys, from what I understood, are pretty on point when it comes to their delivery. Last time when I spoke to somebody on customer service through Amazon, which was years ago, because that's like the last time I used Amazon, years ago, I spoke to a few individuals, someone named Bob, another woman named Sarah, and another woman named Peter, another guy named Peter. But now, when I'm speaking to these people at customer service, you already got 2 of the names. So check it. The next day, I don't get anything. So all of a sudden, I talk to the next person. What's this person's name? Vishna. Speak to a Vishna. So sorry to hear that you're going through some problems. You know, we're gonna make sure that we get it to you tonight. So then I go, all right. So I'm going through all this, man. Like, what's going on here? You guys are like getting me angry because you guys made a promise that it's supposed to come at this time. Nothing happened, and I need this for emergency purposes. This is business we're talking about. Oh, we understand. You know, everybody knows what to say. Everybody always knows the right words. Just like everybody's reading from the same book. They have the right words to say and how to say it. But there's no empathy behind it because it's all robotic, in my opinion. It's a bunch of bullshit. Nobody really cares anymore. And customer service at Amazon is pissing me off. So check it. This guy claims he's going to help me out. He or she, I don't know. I don't understand Vishna. I don't know what that is. So anyways, starts talking to me about, hey, you know, we're gonna make sure we're gonna give you like some money that goes towards your next purchase. It'll all be initiated once you receive your package. sorry to hear about that. Nothing happens for that entire day. So I'm like, you know what? They're pissing me off. They're pissing me off. Because now it's crunch time. It's crunch time. So I gotta think of other alternatives. I had to go out to like another spot so I can actually get the stuff. But it's the principle of things as to why I need to go back to Amazon and be like, hey, yo, you guys fucked up. You guys are fucking up my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pissing me off. Speak to another person. A Mandeep. I remember back in the day, I used to work with a person, two people named Mandeep. One was a guy, one was a girl. Horrible customer service by these two. One person, I guess they were feeling that I was getting sarcastic with them, and I was starting to piss them off as much as they were. I was already pissed off. So they were getting agitated a little bit because I'm getting agitated. So you would think that they would understand and they would try to do something to help resolve the issue ASAP, but no. Mandeep goes, we're sorry to hear about that. We're gonna do our best. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. How many people did I just say right now? 4 or 5 people? God damn. Nothing's popping right now. I'm not getting my shit. Keep in mind, I had to go out of my way to a spot that somebody had to show me, hey, yo, they got the supplies over there. I'm like, cool. All right. Got you. Again, the principle of it. So I give it a day. I'll give it a day. Hold on. Yeah. So we give it a day. Just to see what'll happen. Nothing comes up in the mail. No knock on the door. I'm a bit pissed off. I'm at like 30% pissed off. I holler at them again. Speak to another person named... What's this person's name? Hold on a sec. I gotta find this person's name. Nepali. God damn. This person saw my file, spoke to me for a few seconds, said, you know, I'm looking at the history here. Let me see if I can pass you on to somebody who can actually help out. I'm going to transfer you to my supervisor because it doesn't look like you're getting the help that you need. Cool. I appreciate that. Someone named Muhammad comes on now. Muhammad has some attitude. He has a little bit of stink attitude. Stink attitude for customer service. Amazon, your customer services are failing. You're hiring the wrong people. You're not getting the people that's necessary to make your customers feel good, feel comfortable, trusting. You know what I'm saying? Something's happening with y'all, man. I don't know what it is. You know, I always have that fear for people who are running a business. And you're running it well. You're providing the greatest customer service. You're doing what you can to help people. You're going out of your way to go over and above. But then there's that risk of, depending on who you hire, you're not going to get that same energy. And that always is the thing. It's always the situation. One of my buddies around the way who owns like a shop around the corner, we're having a discussion and he's telling me about the hiring process. So he's pretty much telling me there's this girl that he had at the beginning, and I remember her when I used to go over there to pick a few things up. She was cool, nice person. As soon as you walk in, hi, hello, how you doing? All the great things, all the great qualities and characteristics that you would need for somebody who's standing in the front of your store to greet and meet the customers as they come in, provide them with great customer service, and then actually to deal with them accordingly depending on the scenario, right? He told me that he's so lucky that he had cameras over her mainly because he noticed that his the tender, I'm probably saying that wrong, the cashier was, I'm gonna call the cashier because I can't think of anything right now. I'm a little getting a little irritated. The cashier tin is was short, always been short. God damn. Damn. Yeah. Every day's always a challenge. God damn. Hypocrite. Kick up those. He can handle it. Anyways, Frig, where was I, man? I guess I just lost my concentration just looking at the new update as to what's happening here. Frig, yeah. So I believe that, yeah, Amazon, they're really screwing up, man. I think I was talking about Muhammad. Yeah, bad attitude, stink attitude. Oh yeah, it was that girl. Okay, so he was telling me that he's always been short. So apparently she's been stealing food. Sorry, stealing money from the till. The till, there we go. Stealing money from the till. And he's always running up the numbers to make sure that based off of what items that were sold, because you could take a look at your system, at the POS system, to be sure, okay, this was sold, I should be having this amount in the till, or at least in total, and based off of after, when you're checking your inventory, you're doing the count, it doesn't add up. So he said that he's lucky that he had a camera above, so that he can watch down and around, and then he sees that apparently she's been like sneaking money, putting it in the pocket. So it boils down to, you're not going to get the right people who's actually as motivated as you, the owner. You're not going to get people who are actually dedicated, who really want to just see the company succeed. Everybody's just coming on board because they actually want to check. There's no love for it. I've only met 2 to 3 people in my entire life who are actually work industry individuals. I can't say their names, but I only know 2 to 3 people dedicated to the job, to the manager. I was blown away when I first saw that, because I was like, what is going on here? Like, this guy's going hard in the paint, taking everything. He took it serious, and I admired that about him. I admired it because, goddamn, not everyone is gonna have the same motivation and drive as you. So it's gonna be hard to try to get people on board and work for you. Have the great customer service that you have. So I don't know how Amazon started off. I'm not really too sure. I haven't done the research at all to know about their beginnings, but I'm sure it was great. Look at that. I'm sure every second, as far as I understood, every second this man is making money, like all the time. Every second, money in the bank. And that's the goal. Where you don't have to do anything like that. But it's going to come to a point where after you leave and you start leaving certain people entering people into your business, into your company, that, as I said before, they're not going to have the same motivation, the same energy, the same drive. They will water your shit down, and they will give you a bad name. The name that you once had will be shut down, all because they don't have it within themselves to give it their 100%. They're only in it for the check. Look at what's going on in the U.S. when it comes to the Mexicans, and they're out there illegally, right? They're out there illegally fighting for a cause that doesn't make any sense to me. Yo, you are illegal. in a country, and yet you're fighting to stay in for what? You didn't even go through the right process of getting inside the country. You jumped over the line, yo. Like, that is crazy right there. My goodness. So, where was I heading with that? They are very hard workers. Their motivation, as far as I understand, isn't necessarily like a life in America. My understanding is they're in America working and busting their ass, living in homes where there's like probably packs of them, stacking bread to bring back to their country and build houses and build a more prosperous, comfortable life over there. So they're taking the money from the US and they're bringing it back over. That's crazy work. But they're good, hard workers. They should have probably hired them for Amazon. No disrespect to the people that I just mentioned that were giving me bad customer service. That every time I would get in contact with the Amazon customer service, all I'll be getting is Vanderpreet and Vishan and all these kind of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no hate against y'all. Understand what I'm saying? I just don't like the fact that I wasn't getting the service that I was looking for. I never got my product. To this day, I never got nothing. Nothing. So can you believe it? After all that, from the 5th of July, I think around the 18th, I finally gave up. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. After talking to 10 to 12 people, god damn, I just said, you know what, cancel. Let me get a refund on that because, yo, real talk, you guys are not producing. It's really annoying. With my calls and clothes, these hoes. Cologne. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's my rant. I really got nothing else to say. I'm just a little irritated. Like, I just brought memories back because I just went through something similar to that just now. But the only difference is this company actually resolved my issue. It was on their end, just like Amazon. It was on their end. They failed me. Amazon, you failed me. This company, though, they stuck it out. They held it down for your boy. They held it down. They made sure that I got what I was supposed to get on time. On time. Like, that is magnifique. Very magnifique. All I'm saying, Amazon, do better because you know better. Check your customer service individuals. Make sure that they pass a customer service test. It's either they don't have the ability to go above and beyond. Probably that's what the problem is. Probably they're not given enough power to do that. Probably they're just restricted to just the like just words. Thank you. So sorry. We'll do better. Hope everything. You know, they know all the right words to say, but they just can't do anything. Probably that's what it is. Amazon, you got to do better. You failed me. You failed me. And I don't appreciate that. I don't know if anyone else has gone through what I went through. I don't know if anyone else understands what I'm saying when it comes to customer service, when you're talking to certain people, when you go to the stores, when you talk over the phone. I like it whenever I'm talking to here's my thing, right? Before, back in the day, probably even now I still do it from time to time, but back in the day, I used to just go to the store. I have an idea of what I want in my head. I'm going to the store expecting to get A, B, C, D. When I get there, it's not there, and I understand. That can happen. It's first come, first serve. That's business. First come, first serve. Unless if you have an ordering online process where you place the order ahead of time and you can reserve it, and then you can arrange for pickup or for delivery, right? Some companies, a lot of companies don't have that option. They just don't. So for the smaller, like mom and pop shops, or even like any company that's not as like a chain or franchise, what I would do is, depending on what it is that I'm looking for, I will call ahead. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm looking for A, B, C, E, F, G. Do you have that available? I appreciate the fact that first, holy shit, where was I? Totally forgot where I was at. You know, I probably should have. I probably should have actually stopped the video and took a look at the last things I said, but I'm not gonna do that. So let me see if I could remember a little bit of what I was talking about. I think I was mentioning about customer service, and yeah, I will call up ahead. Oh yeah, I appreciate the fact that, number one, they picked up the phone. If I want to know about if a product is actually there at a particular store, I want to call ahead and say, hey, you know what, look for ABC. They pick up the phone. That's the number one thing that anyone, that I always appreciate. You picked up the phone, yo. That's a huge step for me to be like, all right, there's some form of potential customer service that's transpiring over there. Second, they're actually going to go ahead and look. So if they say, hold on a sec, let me see if I can find that for you. They put me on hold and they go search for it and then they come back. That's a bonus right there. Yes, sir, we do have this. And then third, I know it's a long shot, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Do you mind if you could put that on hold for me? I know I did that a few times for, I don't know if I should even be talking about this. I did that for a few times with, please don't change, y'all. I did this for the LCBO a few times, where there's a few drinks that I would need, and I will call up ahead of time, be like, hey, you know what? I need this. Do you think you could put that on hold for me, please? It's okay, Eddie, we got you. Respect. I appreciate that. You know, shit like that. You know, that goes a long way from first picking up the phone to go looking for what I'm asking for and to actually taking action and doing something for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate customer service like that. That customer service gets worn down after you hire 1, 2, 3 people who just don't care about the company. They just don't. Now, not everyone's cut out to be a leader. Not everyone's cut out to be a boss. Because with a boss comes there's a lot of responsibilities, especially when you have employees, workers. You are paying their salary. You're responsible for somewhat of their livelihood. You gotta pay them before you pay yourself. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then after you pay them, and after you pay yourself, then you gotta worry about the rent for the spot that you're running. Then you gotta pay about the mortgage. Then you gotta worry about the vehicles. Then you gotta worry about, you know what I'm saying? There's a trail of things that are attached along with ownership. And a lot of people don't understand that. So they would rather just, and I appreciate people like that because that helps the world go around. People are just coming through to pick up a check. See how that was almost kind of hypocritical of what I just said? Because we actually do need people like that. So I guess it does go hand in hand when I think about it. But at least people who are coming in for the check, I want at least care. Put 100% in. Don't be slacking off. Don't be on the phone all day. Don't be trying to catch your breaks. Don't be taking too long on your breaks. Don't be abusing the system. You're getting enough leniency already. You're already getting paid. You're already being put in a position where you can make money to do whatever it is that you need to do. It's your livelihood. Don't feel that you have this sort of the sense of entitlement that because you got a job, they hired you, they put you on, that you have the ability or you have the entitlement to doing whatever you feel like you could do. Taking long on your breaks. Slacking off. I don't appreciate people like that. Like I really don't. So it comes back full circle. Who could you find that you know for sure that'll put in 110%? Who do you know that'll actually do what they can in order for them to help the job go on? People are heading over to the East Indians. Right? They're new in the country. They're looking for work. They're trying to gain citizenship. They will bust their ass in certain situations. I've seen other situations where they just slack off. They're not really putting it in. They're not really getting it done. For real. They're not. And you would think that hiring your own people would be something that you would feel proud of because you have drive. You want to assume that they have drive, the same drive as you do. But one of these guys told me, another one of these owners, we were sitting down talking one day. And I asked him, hey, you know, how is it going with the hiring process? Because he was trying to hire somebody. He said, no, I stopped that a long time ago. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, you're going to notice. He said, I try to hire a few people from my country. Etrian. Try to hire a few people from my country. And I showed him everything. I showed him the ropes. I showed him the ins and outs of my business. I gave him access to certain things that nobody else would have access to because I felt that I should be helping out my own people. Gave him the keys to the store. Gave him everything. Company car, all of that. Out of his own pocket, yo. Because he said, he's my people. Who else better to work with me aside from my people? The man said that the man would come in late every day, slacking off on the job, not showing up to work all the time, always calling in sick. I hate that. Always calling in sick, always has an excuse, always going out, always have a problem. It's always a problem that they can't show up to work or they're coming in late for work. Always. Then it starts to stealing. God damn. Make sure you guys always have your cameras on. For running a company, don't matter how much you like the person that's at the front or who's helping you in your company. Put on that camera, watch, take a look at what they're up to. Not to say that to stalk them. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that it's just hard to trust people. It's very hard. Very hard. So he said that he had to fire his friend. He fired him. His friend didn't have no huge qualms about it. He ended up saying, hey, you know what, I understand. How about this? I'm looking into trying to open up a restaurant. A restaurant. Cool. So the man says, you know what? All right, cool. That sounds good. You know. He gets a loan, as in the guy who he fired. The guy who got fired gets a loan. Gets all the necessities. He gets the spot for the building. He gets all the permits. It's just him and some other person apparently that he hired. Could you imagine? The man started off at the beginning doing well, making sure that everything was on point. Customer service was there. He was always showing up to work. Then it came to a point where he would just not open up. He would not open up. Starting times at irregular hours of the day. He's supposed to be opening up at 9. The man's opening up like at 11. All because he's tired because of last night. Apparently this man's been burning out the loan money on bullshit, and he just neglected his responsibilities as his business. So could you hire your own people, or should you go outside? A lot of hard decisions when you're in that boss position. How do you determine who's the right fit for your company? What questions should you be asking? Should it just be a regular question? Should the interview be something other than the basics? Or should it be beyond that? It's hard. But anyways, I'm rambling. In a nutshell, that was my experience at Amazon. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Very bad. Don't appreciate what happened. Don't appreciate the fact that I still never even got I never got anything out of it. They never compensated me for anything. No compensation for my time lost. Except for my money back. That was time lost. And if I didn't act quicker in order for me to get what I needed to get elsewhere, I would have been fucked. 100%. It's gonna have to be a time of desperation in order for me to make another purchase to Amazon again. But until then, I'm not going back. Hell no. I ain't going over there. I'm gonna stick with AliExpress. I'm gonna stick with any other company out there that's been doing me good. Because I can't do the bullshit. I can't do it. Customer service has failed me. Anyways, I'm done. Edmund the General signing out.